I want to read more about that. And then they keep reading. Okay. So one way that we could do a good hook is to ask a question, right? Have you ever wondered where the rain comes from? So questions are great ways to start a paragraph or an essay. Another way is to state an interesting fact. Okay? Make something so interesting that the people want to keep reading. So we're going to practice that today. Our topic is going to be bats. So remember, everyone wrote a fact about bats and we voted yesterday? Who remembers? Any thumbs up if you remember. So our facts were: bats sleep upside down. Bats hunt at night. Bats eat fruit and some eat insects. There are over, someone said 100, but I double checked, are over 1,000 different bat species. I think it's closer to 1,300. So we voted, and the one that was the most popular was there are over 1,000 different bat species. Our topic is good. Our paragraph or essay is going to be about the different bat species, right? So when we're actually going to watch a video. I have a video for us about bats.
Okay.
Question that I can ask that will be a good hook, or is there a super interesting fact about the species or about different species of bats that would make an interesting hook? Okay. Does everyone have a pencil or a pen and a piece of paper? Just write down notes as we watch it. So then we have some facts and information so we can write our paragraph about pencil and their paper. Show me your pencil and your paper.
Yeah.
So I can see. Okay. So before we start with our video, remember I want you to keep in mind what can we use as a good hook. Okay. And the second thing is, so remember our good hook can be an interesting fact or a question. Okay. The second thing we want to write down are evidence. Okay, so our evidence is going to be the facts, the information, the details, the examples that's going to make up the body of our paragraph. Okay, so we want to say, how can we use evidence to provide or give information? So let's look at two different examples. Some bats are large. Is this a very interesting sentence? Boring sentence. Okay. So a way that we can give evidence in a more interesting way or a clear way, so that's a weak sentence. A way we can do that is give more details. So an example is, the large flying fox has a wingspan of 5 feet. So here we're telling which bats are large and a part of them that is large, their wingspan. Do we know what wingspan means? Show me your wingspan, if you know. Okay, Dina, so our wingspan is from the tip of this finger all the way to the tip of this finger, right? So a flying fox has a wingspan of 5 feet. That's almost 2 meters. Okay, so that is an example of strong evidence. So as you write down your notes, I want you to think, how can I make my evidence clear and interesting in my paragraph? So if you can, write down specific details or specific facts that you hear. You have to write all of them down. Just maybe you can write 2, maybe 3 facts. I think that's enough. Okay? You can watch it on your own video. And as you watch, I want everyone to write down notes. Okay, does everyone see the link to the video in the chat? Okay, then you can read this. You can read these facts about bats and write down some interesting ones. I'll send the link on the chat.
Teacher.
Yes.
Can we note It's a fact about each bat or it's only about a bat?
You can write, our topic is bat species or types of bats. So write a note or 2 notes about different types of bats. Okay? Sciencekids.co.nz. Do you see it? It's in blue. You can look at those bat facts. Raise your hand if you're watching. Bill, are you finished?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Save. Okay, so Bill said bats use echolocation. Okay. Okay. Bats are the only mammal that participates bats are the only mammal that participates in sustained flight, meaning they can fly a great distance without breaking or tiring. Yes? Okay.
With over 5.5 feet in wingspan, this particular species faces extinction and is listed as an endangered animal.
All right, so Hen said, the largest of all bats is the mega bat with its massive size. All right, very good. There are 3 species of vampire bats that feed solely on blood. Have microbats are from 4 to 16 centimeters. Vampire bats can carry rabies, making their bites potentially dangerous. Okay, so this is a lot of bat facts. Is anyone still watching the video? Let's take a couple more minutes. I'll keep typing out the facts. Carapace bats, also known as flying foxes or fruit bats, wings are laced with webbing and it helps them glide through the air in most regions throughout the world. So what I want everyone to do now is I'm going to enable the annotation and I want you to search. Okay, so do we see any facts on the screen that don't relate to types of bats or species of bats? Does everyone understand? Yes? Okay, so go ahead and cross out the facts that are not about bat species.
Okay.
Okay, so if you can't annotate, then you can go ahead and just type it to me on the chat, okay? Crossing out, vampire bats can carry rabies, making their bites potentially dangerous. So is that a fact about a type of bat? Yes, so I think that is a good fact. Let's leave this fact here, okay? So we have, bats are the only mammals that participate in sustained flight. Okay. Ling Chao, what is your question? is, let's go to, we're going to take away some of these facts, and we're going to only use the facts that are about types or species of bats. Let's move on to our web here. Let me see if I can remove some. I'm going to use our bats, or our web here. Okay, so we have microbats are from 4 to 16 centimeters. Does this give us information about a type of bat? Yes or no? Yes, it does. Okay, so this is, we like this one. Okay, we're going to use this in our, so we're going to say microbats can be from 4 to 16 centimeters. Okay, and then vampire bats carry rabies. This is this. Is it?
Madagascar. The Madagascan flying fox is the largest bat indigenous to the country. Like many others of its kind, this fruit bat has suffered deforestation of its.
The giant golden flying fox is in the okay, so this is about the giant golden flying fox, so that is a good one. Okay, so the flying fox has good eyesight. That's also a good fact about a type of bat. Okay, vampire bats can crawl with 4 legs. And let's do last one. Okay, so there are 3 species of vampire bats that feed solely on blood. Okay, do we see now we have a full web, and these, all of our facts are about different types of bats, right? Okay, so we have about less than a minute left, so let me unmute everyone. Yeah, does anyone have any? Okay, so we're gonna keep, I'm going to send the link for you to do the quiz. I think I'm just gonna have to do it as